Now, the Supreme Court is back in session today, beginning a new term with a new justice on the bench.
Yeah, the court's previous term, of course, ended with the controversial ruling that overturned Roe versus Wade, affecting abortion rights in the U.S. And this term, more consequential rulings could be on the way. NBC News senior White House correspondent Kelly O'Donnell joins us now from outside the Supreme Court with a preview on that. Kelly, good morning to you. And as this curtain lifts on the new session and the first oral arguments are heard, we know the court will be partially open to the public for the first time since the pandemic started. What can we expect from this new term?
Well, you might hear a little rumbling of people who are waiting in line all across the block here in front of the Supreme Court, because the court, which had very strict COVID protocols, will allow a limited number of members of the public into the courtroom to hear today's argument. And this will be a change because the court had been so protective about that. But the world is getting back into sort of a post-COVID strict measures sort of place. And because it is the first Monday in October, that is always the start of a new term. And in this case, it is a new court with the 9 justices coming together to work together for the first time with a different look. There are 4 women serving together for the first time in U.S. history. The first black woman justice, Ketanji Brown Jackson, who is now on the bench. She was welcomed here with an official ceremony on Friday where she took the oath and took her seat on the bench. And today she will be among the justices hearing the argument. We'll be interested to see if she takes questions and interacts with the lawyers who will be presenting the case. So we'll be watching for that inside the courtroom. There are a number of interesting cases that will affect American life that this court will be dealing with over the next weeks and months. They intersect big issues in American life: race, elections, voting rights, gay rights in America, a number of key things, the environment. So, for example, they'll be looking at race when it comes to affirmative action and college admissions. They'll be looking at cases involving Harvard and the University of North Carolina. They'll look at voting rights in Alabama to see what happened with the electoral map there, and has it, in fact, been changed in a way that reduces power for black voters. They'll be looking today at a case involving the environment, with a case against the EPA and water rights. They'll also deal with issues affecting free speech in a kind of different way. This is a Colorado web designer who is saying that she does not want to provide her creative services to gay couples for their weddings. And she says that's a matter of free speech. So it gives you a sense of just some of the court cases that will be getting a lot of attention and will have far-reaching impact in day-to-day life. That's what we'll be watching for sure. Savannah, Stephen?
So, Kelly, as they return to this term, though, a recent Gallup poll finds the court's public approval rating is at a historic low. I mean, they've got some challenges ahead of them in this particular political climate. Walk us through that and how we expect them to manage that.
Well, the justices have talked about this in some of their public appearances over the summer, separate from their work on the bench. For example, Justice Kagan has raised concerns, saying that if the public feels disconnected from what the court is doing, that can rattle the confidence the public has in the court. If longtime precedents, things like Roe v. Wade, are overturned, that can shake the foundations. At the same time, Chief Justice Roberts said that if the public disagrees, even passionately disagrees with certain opinions of the court, that doesn't mean that the public would not believe in the institution of the court. So even a division there among the justices about how the public will view the court. But there was certainly a huge backlash among those who believe that abortion rights enshrined in the Constitution should not have been overturned. And that's something that will play out politically away from the court and during this midterm season that is coming to a close in just over a month.
Yeah, coming up very quick here. And Kelly, I also wanted to ask, this is, of course, the first term for new Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. We know her appointment doesn't change the ideological makeup of the court, but what can we expect to hear from her going forward?
Well, every new justice who would come to the court brings life experience and expertise and an ability to try to shape the conversations that justices have among themselves when they approach cases. And so expect her to bring that life experience. She spoke on Friday after her investiture, the formal ceremony that welcomed her to the court, and she talked about the fact that She believes there are Americans who will see themselves in her and believe that she brings that representation to the court as well, along with her lifetime of experience and her expertise. And so it moves the court forward in representation, and it starts a new chapter for this court. And that is certainly something that she will reflect going forward. Stephen?
Kelly O'Donnell, thank you so much. We know you'll be watching as this kicks off. Thanks, Kelly.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.